So, good evening, everybody. Now we proceed towards practical number 3, wherein we will be learning how more about data frames, which is a data structure of pandas, or how the data set is stored in pandas. I have imported the two packages, NumPy and pandas. Now let us read our data set. I'll be reading my data set World Happiness Report. So the function for that is the name of pd.read_csv. In double quotes, give the name of the file. As I said, copy and paste a file in the Python folder. Then if I want to find out what all are the columns and what all are the data types, or how many are the columns of my data set, the function is .info. So if you'll observe, these are all my column names. There are 10 columns, there are 11 columns in all, and these are all the number of rows. So 1949 are the number of rows in it, which are all of them not null, which have got some valid value into them, and this is their data type object. Then year is of the data type integer 64-bit. If you will see somewhere, the total number of values are less than that of the maximum one. Maximum is let's say 1949. So there are some columns wherein the non-null values or the rows are quite less. That means the deficit rows have got null values in them. There are missing values in them, right? And now what you all are aware of what is the integer 64-bit data type and object float 64-bit data type. What is this object? Country name is stored as a string, but the string data type is not known in NumPy, so it stores it as object. See? So there's just, that is, object means basically it is a string data type, right? Now let us look. This info is similar to the describe table which we had it in DBMS, if you recollect. Describe table, wherein we used to get all the names of the columns, and if you want to have whether it is a primary key or not, or whether there is any default value inserted in it or not, or what were the data types of that particular column. So this .info is similar to the describe function of DBMS. Even here we have a describe method. Now what it does is, it will give you standard statistics, the numerical columns. It will not give you these standard statistics for the object columns whose data type is object, or string columns. This will only work for those columns which have got statistic. Now these type of statistics may not be useful for all types of columns. Let's say for year. So for year we need not know, finding the means for year or standard deviation, it does not make any sense. But yes, minimum and maximum, they do make sense. The data has been recorded from 2005. Your minimum is given as 2005, so the data has been recorded from 2005. The maximum is 2020. So this we will know that the range of the period for which the data is being recorded is from 2005 to 2020. Rest for others, let's say social support or life expectancy, then for such columns having these statistics at hand becomes very useful, and it is very much useful. This describe method is very much useful or extensively used for EDA, which is also called as exploratory data analysis, wherein you can simply have a look at the figures and try to figure out at least a prior analysis can be done. A superficial analysis can be done. And again, I'll repeat, it is a great tool for EDA, that is exploratory data analysis. Now let's say if I want to count the number of entries for a particular column. If I want to count the number of entries, let's say country name. I'm not sure whether India is recorded here. Let's see. And uska I want to count. Okay, how many entries are there for India? So the name of the function is dot value underscore counts. In the square bracket, I'm giving the name of the column I want to target. What is it equal to? It will be double equal to sign, which is India, and I want how many times it has been recorded. Okay, so I think there isn't any entry for India, so let us look for Afghanistan, which I am sure was there. Okay, is it double quotes? Let me just check. Okay, so my mistake, value underscore counts, that function doesn't work for object type columns. Columns which have got strings in them, it does not work for them. It works for numeric types. So let's say happy. If I want to find out for each year how many records have been done, so happy underscore year, sorry, in single inverted columns here, value underscore counts. Yeah, so if you will see, for 2017 year, maximum data has been recorded. For maximum number of countries, the data has been recorded for the year 2017, and minimum number of amount of data for the countries has been recorded for the year 2005. Right, and let's say if I want to find out for which all countries the data has been recorded in the year 2005, specifically there are 27 countries for which the data has been recorded in the year 2005. So if I want to find out for which all countries it has been recorded, so happy country name, sorry, year is equal to 2005. So here what are we getting is a Boolean series. Series again is a data type of pandas, which we will look into. It is a data structure, not a data type. Sorry, it is a data structure of pandas, which we will be looking into the next coming practicals. But here what we are looking at is a Boolean type of output. Boolean matlab either true or false. True matlab for that particular entry, the record is there for the year 2005. False matlab for that particular entry, there is no record for year 2005. But if we want to find out which all actually are the countries or the records, if we want to see, then we need to make use of an attribute called as LOC, again which we will look into the coming practicals. So happy, let us look into year which is equal to 2005. Okay, so this is one more way of looking at data depending on a value of a particular column. So these are all the 27, if you let us find out its length, it should be 27. Yeah, see, the length is equal to 27, which matches here exactly. For the year 2005, there were 27 countries which had recorded the data, and we just got the list of those countries by using the attribute LOC. That is an indexing operator actually, which indexes. Right? Now let's say if I do not want to view at all other data, I just want to look at the country name, the list of countries whose data was recorded for the year 2005. So I can just add here LOC, इसके बाद I can have country name. बस मतलब I just want to look at the wait, sorry, there is a space, NS. Yeah, so these are all the 27 countries whose data was recorded for the year 2005. Now out of this, I know that these are the countries whose data was recorded in 2005. If I want to find out for Germany which was the latest data available, latest मतलब सबसे last कब data record हुआ था, then I will have happy, sorry, yeah, LOC, happy, then country name, because I want to apply this specifically to a country name, equal to Germany. Not sure whether this will work for, yeah, Germany. Comma. Here I want to find out the latest year. So year dot max. I'm calling the function max. So for the data frame happy, I am indexing it to wherein the country name is equal to Germany and the year is the latest year, that is the maximum year. Yeah, so it is giving me 2020. Matlab the latest record was for the country Germany was 2020 and the first one was 2005. Right? Now let's say I want to change the format. of the year, I want to change the format and make it into, I'm not sure whether, okay, so that date time will look into, okay, just a second. Okay, so this is a data frame, right? Now what I want you to do is a small assignment which you have to perform it on your own and attach it. The result should be attached at the end. You have to perform after this is calculate average life expectancy, sorry, spelling is wrong, expectancy for Germany from 2005 to 2020. We know that the data for Germany is available from 2005 to 2020. So what you have to do is you have to calculate the average life expectancy for just Germany. The life expectancy is given here. You have to find the average for the country Germany for the all given years, and that should be attached at as the last part. This will be treated as an assignment, right? So with that we end our third practical as well. See you all the next time.